If you want better ideas for your bait tank, you're going to get to check out mine in this episode of Hacks of Fish. Alright guys, you've seen some of my videos in the past about a cat litter bait bucket. That's fine when you're by yourself, but last year I came in some conflict with taking 2 or 3 people fishing with me, and I didn't have enough live bait for flatheads. Because most of the lakes in upper East Tennessee have channels and flats. Flats are the most dominant one in the lake. So, you got to have about 20 bluegill with you when you go at night fishing. And I came up with some ideas, and I'm going to show you right here. Now, first of all, I found this old cooler beside the road, and the lid wouldn't stay on it. It was a free cooler, so I took some nylon straps and drilled them into the back so the lid won't come off, and that fixed that problem. If you notice at the back, I drilled 2 holes, and I've got 2 bubble boxes. Got one on this side, and my old one on this side. These bubble boxes are going to help this summer when it's real hot. Next thing I did to it, I put me a net on the top. Just took me 2 pieces of PVC for to hold it in there. I was driving down the road for 4 hours today. It didn't come loose. So that's going to help getting our bait out at nighttime. I didn't have a chance to put a light on this yet, but I'll figure it out eventually. Now, speaking of driving 4 hours today, me and my wife had to pay some bills and stuff, and I got her to take the truck, and I put this bait tank in the back of the truck. The reason I did that, I stopped and got some. It's not clear water from the lake. It looked pretty rough. We've had some rain and stuff, but I'm going to show you the filtering device that I made that you can take anywhere on the bank. It's been running 4 hours now. Look how clear that water is. That filtering device is in the side right there, and I'm going to take it out and show you how it's built. Now, this filtering device is really, really cheap. All you got to do is cut a bottle and put it over the end of a 500-gallon bilge pump. Now, the filtering stuff, all it is a $2 aquarium filter at Walmart, and then you just take the top of it off, put it down in the bottle. It's got charcoal in it, so it's going to help with feces and stuff that the fish put out while they're in the bait tank. Make them live a little longer. Now, you don't really need this. I just put this piece of PVC on there to distribute the water flow on the inside of it. Now, I'm going to show you what I power this with, and you probably ain't going to believe it. Now, all I've used to power this is a jumper box. And I've run it for 4 hours a day. Right now it says full, but when I plug it in, it's going to say what it's dropped it down to. Now, what I plug it in with is everybody's got one of these laying around somewhere. This is an old cell phone cable. And all I did was cut it and splice it at the end right here. And I found the red wire and the hot wire, and the red wire, which is the hot wire, and the black wire, which is the ground wire. And I put them together, covered them over, and I've run it for 4 hours today, and it's not been hot. So that tells me that it's going to be able to handle the power all day long to filter for your fish. Just like that. Now it says 84%. This is run for 4 hours today, constantly, in the back of my truck and it's only used 16% of its power. I'm guessing you can run this for 8 hours, and your fish should be fine. You might have to change out the charcoal filter, which is just $2, but it'll keep your fish lasting longer, especially when you're going to go fishing for flatheads all night. All right, guys, we're back in, and let me just explain a few things. That filter might have been made cheap, but it's a very good filter. You have to dump it out, collects everything in it. The charcoal in that filter helps the fish stay livelier. The livelier the fish, the more the catfish is going to be able to sense it in the water at night, and can cause you to have better hits. Now, when I was fishing with my friends, I noticed a lot last year that we take a bluegill out of the bucket, and no matter how much air we were putting in the bucket, how cold we kept the water, you hook him in the back, you throw him out there, and he would just sit. No movement of the rod, he would just sit right there. And towards the end of the night, I was inspecting my bait, and I seen that their gills was looking kind of white from the ammonia and stuff in the water that was affecting them when they defecate and stuff in the water, and it was slowly killing them. If not, it was making them weak, and that is not a lively bait for flathead fishing. So that's why I came up with the filtration system. Now, you can make the filtration system smaller by just taking that piece of PVC off and add more room in on your tank. Well, I'll kind of like my bait tank. Eventually, I'll figure out how to keep a light on it. I won't have to use that big old net on top of my cooler to catch my bait out of it. Now, if you want to talk to me directly, you'll probably get closer talking to me on my Facebook group, Hack to Fish. It's on there all the time. I'm on there all the time. I get notifications of who's on there and post something. I can help you out with anything. Now, if you want to check out some good equipment and one of the lightest heavy action rods I've ever held in my hands, check out my Baker at Catfish Pro. Heavy action rod is very sensitive, handles 10 ounces plus bait. It's a good rod. $60. I have 2 of them. Now, if you're at the end of this video and you've lasted this long, check out these other videos of mine. And maybe hit that Hack to Fish emblem in the bottom. Till again, this is Hack to Fish, and I'm out.